I'm Chef Leslie Durso, and I am in the kitchen with my dear friend Rick Scalzo, the founder of Kokora, and we're making recipes with his products. Today, we're making a recipe with Golden Milk Bliss, which is so exciting because this is one of my favorite products. I've been drinking golden milk for years and I love the benefits of it. But Rick, you have totally elevated and upgraded what golden milk is. So do you want to talk about the other ingredients that are in this Golden Milk Bliss and why it's so much better than anything anyone's ever seen before? Because let me tell you, it is. It
is. And you know, the real beauty of this is that it's got 4 regenerative grown herbs in it.
Oh, tell me.
So yes, turmeric, ashwagandha, holy basil, and ginger, all grown on our farm in Costa Rica, regeneratively. And that's important because it adds up to about 75% of the total ingredient load.
Okay.
And that's important to me to participate in the whole regenerative agricultural movement. The other good part of this is that turmeric combines very well with ashwagandha and tulsi or holy basil. One of my favorite combinations, both in flavor and in benefit. They're all adaptogens, and turmeric has a great ability to, promote, a great response to inflammatory expressions in the body, so it lowers inflammation. Mm-hmm. And, we've made this taste really good with the addition of cardamom and vanilla, which is traditionally used in golden milk. So I really love it. I think you'll love it, and I'm looking forward to seeing your amazing concoction with it.
I definitely love it. So I think if you're going to traditionally have this, the suggested use is with water or non-dairy milk. I would probably use coconut milk for this just to get extra fat. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, this is turmeric and curcumin, which gives turmeric its yellow-orange color. This is an important part of the benefit of turmeric. But keep in mind, it's fat soluble. So in order to really benefit most from turmeric, we want to take it with a fat. So coconut milk or other nut milks are really probably the preferred way to take it, other than with water as a tea. Mm-hmm. And I see that we have some fat type of substances here, some foods that carry some good fats.
Yes, so you could drink it, but you're here with me, so we're going to eat it. And so we're going to make some Golden Milk Bliss Balls.
Oh boy.
This is going to be very exciting. And yes, I've got some of my favorite ingredients that always make an appearance in my recipes. The best Bliss Balls always start with dates. These are some pitted dates. Don't worry, I already checked to make sure that they didn't have any pits in them. Into a food processor. And along with one of my other favorite orange foods, dry mango. So when you got your dry mango, you just want to make sure that it's not super dry, that it still has a little bit of liquid in it. You could soak these for a couple hours if you're worried that your mango is going to be too dry. But see how I can like easily tear these, and they still got some liquid in them, so they're good. And I'm going to pulse these really quickly first. Thank you. All right, once you see the pieces flying around like that, we are good to go. Oh gosh, this lid is like gonna be the end of me. Someday I'll figure out how to take it off. And we are gonna do cashews because cashews, they're the best. And again, super fatty. We're gonna do some cashew butter as well. You could also use almond butter here, but I like keeping it with the cashew because it just makes it all mellow, and you can taste the mango so much more when you're using the cashew butter. And we're also gonna put in some coconut flakes, unsweetened. And of course, the star of our show, our Golden Milk Bliss.
Can you smell it?
I can smell it. I'm very excited. Lid on. Ugh, let's go. All right, let's give it a check.
And it also means the curcumin in turmeric is getting adhered to the fat in the cashews.
Yes, it sure is. Okay, let's give it a little tester. Okay, I think this is good, and we're ready to roll. Get it? So I'm gonna suggest that we use gloves to make these Golden Milk Bliss Balls, because we do not wanna dye our hands orange. And let me tell you, I actually dyed my face orange once. I heard turmeric was really good for your skin and your face, and so I made a mask out of it, and I looked like an Oompa Loompa for like 4 days. It was brutal.
Brutal.
It was brutal. So I don't want that to happen to my hands or your
It doesn't go
hands.
away easily, does it?
It does not. It does not. Okay,
All right.
are you ready?
I'm ready.
I'm gonna put a scoop of this in your hands. Nice, tight little meatball. And then we're gonna place it on our plate. And we're gonna make all of these, and then you can keep these in your fridge, in your freezer. You can dip these in chocolate. You could cover these in more coconut. That would be actually really good. You can do whatever you want with them, but they're gonna be perfect little snack balls. And Rick, when are we supposed to eat the golden milk? Or not eat or drink.
Yeah.
What's the best time of day for it?
You know, there's a expression in Vedic texts about how golden milk helps to build a substance called ojas in the body, which is this life-promoting nectar that we get from the most refined aspect of digestion.
Wow.
And it settles in our heart. Just a few drops in a lifetime keeps our life in a very sattvic direction. It gives purity. And so I like to take golden milk bliss in before bed, about an hour, or in the evening, because it kind of coincides with all the restorative properties of sleep. And it helps to build and absorb the wonderful properties of turmeric and golden milk into our system in a beautiful way. So I'm recommending that people take it as a nighttime ritual about 1 hour before bedtime.
I love that. And so to be honest with you, this would be a perfect healthy little sweet treat versus having a dessert that you could have at night just to give you that little satiated feeling like you had something sweet. And then you can go to bed also knowing that that turmeric is working wonders for your life force.
Exactly. Here you go.
I love that. I love that, Rick. Very cool. What else do you want to tell us about turmeric?
Well, I think, you know, from a point of view of the healing benefits of turmeric, you know, I mentioned that we grow this on our farm and we grow it regeneratively, and so much of the benefit of regenerative farming of turmeric comes out when you measure the curcumin content. It's 4 to 5 times more than anything I've ever grown organically.
You're kidding me.
No, it's amazing how regenerative agriculture really transforms the nutrient density in our crops. So,
will you unpack that a little bit? First of all, what is regenerative agriculture?
So when we grow regeneratively, we are growing with respect to the soil. It's kind of a no-till farming practice where we enhance the overall food soil web.
Tilling is when you take the machines and you dig into the earth to aerate
Exactly.
it, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And when you leave your soils exposed without any cover, any green carpet, when it's exposed, what happens is the carbon escapes into the atmosphere. And that's the food, that's part of the nutrient cycling of the microorganisms in the soil. So the microorganisms need that carbon in order to carry nutrients for the overall nutrient composition of the plants that we're consuming. So in the case of regenerative farming, by no-till practices, we are allowing the carbon to stay in the soil as a food source for the microorganisms. And that's one of the reasons why we get such greater nutrient density in our crops.
That's incredible. That's incredible.
Yeah, and there's so much to unpack around that thought, because when you're keeping the soil covered and not allowing carbon to escape into the atmosphere, but now we're growing regeneratively, keeping the carbon in the soil, this is a nice way to sequester atmospheric carbon too. So we talk about carbon drawdown and how important it is for climate change. By eating a Bliss Ball, a golden milk Bliss Ball, you are contributing to carbon drawdown.
I love that. You can make yourself better and the earth better at the same time.
Exactly. That's the impact I want to create, is do things that are broad and far-reaching.
I love that. I love that. And I love that I finished making all of these balls while you were telling that story.
Good.